Mix 106 Movie Reviews with Willie Waffle, our Mix 106 movie critic. 3 movies for you to find out about this week. We've got a couple Halloween-themed movies, Goosebumps, also Crimson Peak, and Tom Hanks stars in Bridge of Spies.
Is there anything more American than Tom Hanks?
He's pretty American. He's like American Pie.
Yeah.
But not that movie. Like American Pie, the dessert.
What?
Yeah, like
Okay.
not the movie, the dessert.
Not like the movie.
Yeah. No, he's good, clean fun.
He is, and you know, and he is in full Tom Hanks mode in this new movie, Bridge of Spies. You know, he's playing this lawyer from Brooklyn. It's actually based on a true story. He's an insurance lawyer who is thrown into the middle of international espionage when he's asked to defend an alleged Soviet spy. And things aren't going to go very well in that trial, as you can imagine. But a few years later, he is asked to represent the United States to go to East Berlin and negotiate a trade. That Soviet spy for the U.S. pilot Francis Gary Powers, who's been shot down over the Soviet Union while flying a spy plane.
When does this take place?
Well, it's right in the middle of the Cold War. So, you know, the court case, if I remember correctly, is like 57, 58, and then everything that happens with Powers is like 60, 61, somewhere in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a timepiece.
It's a timepiece, and you know, that Steven Spielberg loves doing that. Tom Hanks loves doing that. Oh, this is in their wheelhouse. And it's pretty good. You know, I think it's a movie that once it gets going is when it's exciting. It's exciting when he's in East Berlin. He's facing danger. He's facing, you know, possibly not getting out of East Berlin. And so, you know, we can sense that tension there. But we also like watching him kind of practicing the art of the deal. And I know Donald Trump will sue me for saying that. But it is, you know, kind of watching Tom Hanks negotiating, trying to figure out what the other side is really trying to get at. What can they deliver? How far can they be pushed? And will he be able to pull it off, or will he blink? I'm going to say 3 waffles. I think it's a pretty good movie.
Any Oscar buzz going to go on for this movie?
I think the Oscar buzz is gone.
All right.
I think that there was some Oscar buzz. There was hope that this was going to be something amazing and special. Instead, it just turned out to be pretty good.
All right. We also have a scary movie out this week, huh?
Well, we have 2, but one is really not supposed to be all that scary.
Uh-oh. Like, you're scared because it's so bad?
No, it's called Goosebumps, and it's based on the R.L. Stine books, and even that's not really, it's a little bit of a misnomer. It's around a fictitious R.L. Stine, played by Jack Black, and he writes like horror books for kids that aren't really scary. They're more spooky, and they're imaginative, and they have wild, crazy characters. And he has a teenage daughter that he tries to keep hidden away, especially from the teenage boy who just moved in next door. But alas, the two of them start hanging out, and the teenage boy screws up. He opens up one of the manuscripts of the book, and the monster inside escapes. And a whole bunch of other ones start to escape, and now they have to try to find a way to get them back in the books.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I kind of like this.
Yeah, I think if you read the books, you're going to get a lot more out of it than I did, because you're going to see the characters that you like come to life. You're going to see what they would look like, what they would sound like in that sense. So that's very exciting for the fan who knows all this. For me, it's entertaining, it's cute, you know, it's all right. I think Jack Black is a little bit underrated as an actor, so he gets to do some different things that you don't normally see. You know, normally he just acts like an idiot, but here he does other things. So I'm going to say 2.5 waffles for Goosebumps.
So are kids going to like this more than the parents?
Yeah, I think so. Because everything that R.L. Stine does is really aimed at kids.
And then Crimson Peak, is this going to scare the heck out of me?
A little bit.
Is it?
A little bit.
All right, tell me what it's about. A girl moves, into a creepy house?
Yeah, you know, Mia Wasikowska. You know, it's set in the 1900s, like 1901. She lives in Buffalo, but she falls in love with a mysterious hunky dude from Britain, played by Tom Hiddleston, and he whisks her away to his mansion over there in the countryside, where he lives with his creepy sister, played by Jessica Chastain, in their creepy, creaky mansion that has things that go bump in the night.
All I have to ask you, and you don't have to give it away, but I'm just going to say a phrase, and either you totally deny, or if you're silent, I'll know I'm right. Are you ready to play this game?
Maybe.
Skeleton key.
Not really.
It's not. Okay, because that's what I thought immediately when I saw the preview.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not that.
It's it's almost a little bit more of a mystery than a horror movie. You know, like the horror element is there as we see this girl, for some reason, always has contact with ghosts, and ghosts are wandering around this mansion, and they seem to be, you know, coming after her, and we have to wonder why. And then we have to wonder, what's the deal with the brother and the sister? What are they trying to get at? So it does become a little bit more of a mystery. It's also kind of a cool throwback to a 30s or 40s kind of gothic movie, and it's got that stiffer acting. It's got the more obvious plot, the more obvious emotions. So if you're not used to that style, that may throw you off. But what's really going to throw you off is that, you know, it's a little too campy.
Oh, but you don't like scary movies.
I like good scary movies.
Were you scared at all?
Big difference.
Did you jump?
I jumped a little bit because the ghosts do look awesome.
Okay. I kind of want to see this. I've seen the previews. I love the part, don't go in the basement. The next scene, she's in the elevator going down. I'm like,
well,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's a horror movie staple.
I know. It's a given.
So what do you give it?
I'm going to say 2 waffles.
Okay, so take out now the movie part of it on the horror scale, Willie Waffle scale. What would you give it?
Probably 2.
Okay, so both 2. All right. What do we have next week?
We are going to be talking about Mr. Bill Murray in Rock the Casbah.
All righty. We will talk to you next week.
And we'll talk about other stuff, too, but that's the one I'm excited about.